Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all important comic book review so you, the readers, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. And today, everybody, we're talking about a big issue for The Walking Dead, and that is The Walking Dead issue number 127, otherwise known as A New Beginning. And yes, fans, this is truly a new beginning with this series and a fantastic jumping on point for new readers. Okay, and I'll tell you why I think they did this once we get done reviewing through this book. Now, I just want to let you know there will be spoilers in the issue because it's really the only way to really describe it. First off, the great thing about this issue too is that it's 44 pages of story for only $2.99, and you don't see that in today's comics. So you're really getting a good deal here and a great amount of story. So that is a positive in itself right there. So what is this issue about? Well, obviously, it's written by Robert Kirkman, if you're a Walking Dead fan. The art is done by Charlie Adlard. The artwork is really cool here because we're introduced to a brand new character. Is she friend? Is she foe? And there's a whole bunch of other people back here too, and it looks like you see a bunch of zombies reaching out for her. So really interesting stuff there that you see. Okay, so artwork is fantastic. Again, you get to see this new character here. Looks like she's an archer, really spectacular with the crossbow in here. You get to see, things that happen. Time. There's a time skip. This is 2 years into the future. And you get to see what Jesus looks like, and then you get to see a nice spread here of a huge zombie herd, so you get to see that too. So yes, there's definitely great artwork here, and the biggest change of all that you see is Rick. This is the way Rick looks now. He's got a full grown on beard. He's got kind of like a short hair, and he's got a hook now. So if you were wondering what that weapon was that this blacksmith that was making for him, he's getting an actual hook. So yeah, overall the artwork in this book is just actually phenomenal. So the main story here. Okay. First off, you get introduced to a new character. Her name is Magna, okay, and she leads about six other people, or five because one actually dies. So in the beginning of the issue, you don't know too much who she is, but you know she has this group of people, and they're on top of their little transport thing or whatever it is, and all of a sudden they come across the herd of zombies. And this ain't just a small herd. All of a sudden, you see a large herd of zombies coming out, and you're just like, holy cow, where are all these zombies coming from? But then the next thing you see is you see Jesus here, and he's got like the motocross gear on and everything. And it looks like in the issue that Eugene and Heath and um, Jesus are all gathering herds of zombies to deter them from their communities. And this is a huge herd. I mean, we've never seen anything like this in the book before. So it was kind of suspenseful here to see how are they going to handle this. But they've done this before because Eugene knows the trajectory and how how to handle the herd and things like that. So they get the herd away, but in the process, they wind up accidentally luring it to one of Magnus's group, her small group, and they wind up killing her. So after a brief interrogation, you get to see Jesus talk to her and say, "Hey, you're welcome to come to our community." And that's where the first story part ends. And now you go to the next part, okay? And this is where you really realize that there's a change in this actual book, that there is a time skip. Because you get to see Rick coming up here. Here we get to see um, Andrea as well, and then you get to see Rick again for the first time since the aftermath of the whole war. You see now that he has a hook for a hand, and he actually is not walking too well these days. Because he has a cane as well, due to the broken leg that Negan uh, did in their final confrontation. We see in the issue, you get to learn that Carl really wants to talk to his father, and you realize that Rick now has really accepted the leadership role. He's really seen this vision, and he's made it become a reality. And we got crops, and we have fruit trees, and we have people thriving like a real community. Um, you get to see all our characters here, which was very interesting, except one. And she was mentioned, and that was Maggie. So you haven't seen her yet, and you haven't seen the new baby yet. So that is very interesting, too. But again, you get to see Rick as playing this leadership role, which I thought was fantastic here, too. Um, yeah, so as the issue continues, you get to see Rick get introduced to our new characters. One character, his name is Kelly. Another one is named Luke. Another one is Connie, and the other one, their name is Yomiko. And then Magna winds up declaring herself the leader, or eventually declares herself the leader, just never realized it before. So they get integrated into the community. So again, you get to see Rick play as the true leader here. He has a talk with his son Carl. There was something very important that he wanted to talk to his father with. But by the time we get to the end of this issue, we get to see Carl having these little talks with a certain somebody. And that somebody is Negan, who is still alive and well in jail. And that concludes the issue. Now, I thought this was a fantastic read. This definitely goes into a new direction for the comic book. I like how they did the time skip, and this is what I was hoping for, because we've seen the same old story. They move to one place, go to another place, they meet another bad guy, they kill the bad guy. Now they kept Negan alive. They wound up staying in Alexandria, wound up building it back up, and now you get to see the community thrive, which is interesting. We still see that Negan is alive, and I feel that Carl is having these specific talks with Negan because I don't think he's getting the attention that he needs from his dad. And I said it in the past, I feel that Carl really kind of looks up to Negan in some weird way, even though he admits that he still wants to kill him. Now, another reason why I felt that the Walking Dead series or volume here took a time skip is because I feel that the TV show is starting to catch up with the comic book. So with the comic book taking a 2-year time skip, it means that the TV show now can take its time and do its own individual stories. They got plenty of time now to do anything they want, so it doesn't collide within each other. So I think that's why they really did this here. Now our new characters seem very interesting. Where does Magna go? How does she fit into this community? I want to see her other group of people interact. And there's some seeds planted in this particular issue of certain things to come, like Carl and Negan, like Eugene, because Eugene is the inventor here. Will Rick actually fall from grace? He is very not physically capable to do things anymore. He can hardly walk at this point. He looks like an older man. It looks like, things have taken a toll on him. And another interesting aspect in here is Carl actually calls Andrea mom now. So yeah, some great stuff here. Can't wait to see what happens with Maggie, the new baby. We haven't seen Sophia yet, so there's still lots of things to come. I thought this book had a great story. It was better than all the all-out war issues, I thought, in my opinion, because this is the way Robin Kirkman's gets noticed, by the great story that is had here. And I thought this was an awesome reintroduction to the series. So guys, if you're looking to jump on board now, now's a good time to jump on board and then read past issues. I think you can clearly get an understanding of where they're at here in this particular series. So guys, leave me your comments below. Tell me what you thought of this issue. What do you think is going to happen in the future? I'm really excited for this series right now, and it brings a fresh life to it. So guys, as always, thank you for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0, and this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye.